make you a deal. Do you want a side-by-side or do you want what's on the table? Because what's on the table is about the price of a side-by-side, all of these rifles. And to talk about them, we got Tate and Griffin from Process Based Hunter. You guys see guys coming out for elk hunts all the time. And generally for an elk hunt, you're gonna size up in rifle. It's not your old trusty that you're using on the deer hunt. Usually you want, you know, that 300 Win, the bigger class of rifles. And those rifles, I found that you don't want to just put it in any old rifle platform. You want a rifle platform that's really suited to a 300 PRC, a 7 PRC, a 300 Win Mag, that bigger class. So here we picked 8. We just grabbed our rifles, all our favorite kind of thumper platforms, and we're going to show them all in the video. Ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. First one we're going to talk about is this guy. All right, Tate. Now you remember this. This is the Sako 90 Quest. I brought this on a elk hunt we were on a couple years ago.
You killed an elk with it as well.
Killed an elk with it, and it's just so accurate. Like the action is, I mean, nearly flawless. The stock looks beautiful, and it better for the price that it's commanding. But you can actually get the Sako 90. They have it with a few different stocks that drops the price, I mean, nearly in half, like the Finlight version of it. But there is one thing that I don't like about this particular platform, and it's this. So you're gonna take a shot. How far are you shooting here?
300.
Okay, taking 300-yard shot in a coyote. Go ahead and shoot it. And after you take the shot, don't move. Like, keep the gun right where it's pointed after you take this shot. All right, I can see that buttstock moved to the right, and the barrel went to the left.
I am I'm about, I don't know, it's probably 40 feet off the target.
A lot. That's the problem I found with this stock. It feels so good, and at first I really loved it, but when you're hunting, man, you really want to know if you hit the animal. And this is one that, because it's engaging the wrist so much in there, whoop, it's gonna kick you off. So you can shoot it the other way, of course, just hang your thumb, but then you got this weird kind of horn that's hitting into your thumb. So I don't love that, but I love everything else about this platform. We shot 4 5-shot groups with the Sako 90 using the Sako Powerhead blade ammo, 1.16, 0.96, 0.57, and 0.9365. For a 300 Win Mag and a lightweight rifle, that is gonna be really, really hard to beat. I'm pretty happy with that. That was one of the premium ones, so now we're bringing a more blue collar rifle out here. I love this gun. Have you guys shot one of these?
It's the Wilderness Sierra.
This is the Bergara Wilderness Sierra.
I have not.
It's a little under 1K, and as far as a platform for a Magnum rifle, as far in the kind of the inexpensive category, I think this is definitely right there. And the other one to look at is not just Bergara, but CVA, the sister company of Bergara, where you're gonna get the same Bergara barrel on a CVA rifle, but they offer some pretty thick profiles there, and they usually have beefier stocks, often working with gray bow. And so I just think that's a great platform. If somebody wants a reasonably priced Magnum rifle, that's usually what I'm gonna point to.
I have not ever seen any of the people that have ever come out of my hunting camps. I've never had a Bergara that was wildly inaccurate. I've had some that were extremely accurate.
Oh, our hands just touched. That was uncomfortable. Yeah, they're generally good rifles.
They are, but I've had some like hands down shooters, but I don't think I've ever seen one that shot over like 1.5 inches.
Yep. And this one has an adjustable cheek piece, which I think is a really good benefit, especially in a Magnum, because you really want it to fit well so that you can follow through and hopefully spot that impact. Also, we have our beautiful backstop recoil pad on this one, which helps quite a lot to cut down the recoil. Okay, that's a good, reasonably priced option. Next, we're gonna go a little bit more premium. This is a Seekins. This is actually the PH2. Now there's the PH3. I want to shoot this one because this is a lightweight rifle in a 7 PRC, but this one has an offensive muzzle brake. I mean, highly offensive muzzle brake. This thing will, in fact, let's do that. We're gonna shoot this. I'm gonna put some boxes right next to it, and I want to show just how much blast this thing is putting out. But the rifle is pretty accurate. We'll show the groups in just 1 second. The barreled actions on these Seekins is so good, and they have great customer service. The only problem is they put on these cheap plasticky stocks on these premium rifles and the Seekins. That's my only knock against it. Those things flew, and we put rocks in the bottom of them to get them to stand up.
Oh my.
The muzzle brakes are just so loud, and when you're hunting, like where some guys are slow to even get in their ear pro when there's an opportunity, man, that is dangerous to your ear health for sure.
What'd you say, Jim?
Yeah, right. All right, so what are you guys' thoughts on the Seekins?
So Sebastian, one of our guides, you saw him do it. One of our guides has a Seekins that just shoots lights out. You've seen it.
Yep.
Shoots really good groups. He shot 2,200 yards first round impact, and
it was really impressive.
Yep.
And their
generally good
actions are
rifles.
just so smooth.
Here are groups with the Seekins. Now this is not using the best load that we've seen with it. We were just trying a new load today. So 1.5 inches, 1 inch, 1.1, 1.7. Not great, honestly not terrible for a Magnum and a lightweight rifle, but we do know that it can shrink down from this. I think the best load we've shot in this is shooting the Hornady Match 7 PRC in the Seekins. And there we were just barely over 1 inch with it. For a lightweight rifle, Magnum, I'm pretty happy with it. Next one is the Sig Cross Sawtooth. So there's the regular Sig Cross that's more reasonably priced. This is the upgraded premium version. The regular Sig Cross, unfortunately, they don't put any Magnum cartridges in it. They've done kind of a weird thing, Sig has, that they have used the different cartridge options only in the premium stuff. The less expensive rifle, you pretty much get 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, and 277 Sig Fury, but good luck finding ammo for that. So this is the more upgraded rifle, and it's phenomenal. I love this platform. What do you think of the weight, though? You got to carry that around the mountains. It's a pound heavier than what most hunting rifles are going to be.
I like light stuff. I have to carry my stuff and usually all my client stuff around the mountains, though. Griffin can attest to that. Yes. Usually we're carrying a lot more than we leave the truck with by the time we get back. So personally, I would prefer a lighter rifle than that because I like to go where wild things are. And that's just a little bit much for me. They've
done some really cool things for accuracy in this platform. You'll see the most interesting thing is it's not a traditional stock. You look at it, this is all one piece going here that the bolt goes in. That's all huge, that whole thing. And then you have the barrel and the handguard attached right here. And so you don't have to worry about bedding at all of the action. They just remove that problem. You don't have to worry about free floating on the barrel at all. That's all gone. And you get all the adjustability that you'd want with it. And so it really lends itself well to being accurate. Plus you got a proof research barrel on there. And so we'll show you the accuracy of this, but it's a really cool platform for the adjustability and for the accuracy. It's a little bit heavy. And also it's all metal, and so it's cold on your hand when you're in the mountains. I know that sounds kind of maybe it is, but when it's cold outside and you're holding raw metal, whew.
It's a big deal when you can't feel your trigger.
Yeah, that's true. The Sig Sawtooth in 300 PRC. Look at that. 0.6295, 5-shot group with a 300 PRC and a hunting weight rifle is pretty cool. That was the best performance. The next was 1.1, 0.9, and 1.36. And so on average, we're a little bit under 1 MOA with a 300 PRC. That is phenomenal performance. That's that proof research barrel and a heavier platform suited toward a 300 PRC.
All right, this one is my gun. This is a 28 Nosler. It is a Savage 110 Ultralight. And honestly, for the money, with how light this gun is, it shoots better than almost any other rifle in a similar class that I've found.
1200 for a proof research barrel on anything is pretty cool, because just this barrel is $1,000.
You were saying the barrel is $1,000 and everything else is $150.
Yeah, it's about right. $1,000 barrel with $150 stock in action.
And this gun was getting about just over an inch average groups, I would say.
But that's in 28 nozzler.
28 nozzler.
I've shot this in different cartridges and just absolutely pinholing them, especially because you get that premium barrel.
With this one, you get adjustability with it. You can get adjustable length of comb, adjustable length of pull, adjustable comb height, and it comes in a wide range of calibers. So if you don't want to go for the almighty 28 nozzler, you could go for 300 Win Mag or anything similar to it.
Yeah, and it's a good platform because you get it, you have an accurate setup to begin with, and then later if you want to upgrade the stock, you're gonna have a phenomenal rifle. You're not out anything, right? Some rifles you get and it's like the barrel just isn't that good, and so you don't want to be throwing good money at bad and upgrading something and it's just never going to be there. This has good bones. It's just the dressing is where they saved money.
You may not be able to get into a lighter, more accurate rifle, even if you bought a stock with it, for less money.
Yeah. Now this one is a 28 nozzler. 28 nozzler was red hot about 5 years ago. Freaking everybody wanted a 28 nozzler. That fad lasted about 6 months.
If you've ever shot one, you know why.
Everybody shot it and was like, whoa, that is what we call untamed recoil on those things. And it was burning out barrels in like literally 600 shots or less sometimes.
Oh, you break the barrel and go
on how
hunting with
fast
it
you
once
shoot
and
them.
you got to get a new barrel for it. But.
All right, now we've looked at a lot of these rifles and we've mentioned what cartridge they're all in, but you've mentioned that a lot of your clients really struggle with magnums. And so what do you recommend today? Just what one cartridge would you point at for elk hunting? Because clients have struggled with the bigger hitting cartridges.
Just one cartridge for everybody.
Just if you had every client bring the one cartridge for every elk hunt going forward, what would it be?
280 Ackley.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, much more mild, but capable of killing the elk.
Very capable. So last year we had our best season ever as far as shot opportunity with the rifle. We had 18 of 24 clients have an opportunity. Of those 18, 8 killed one.
Whoa.
Of those 8 that killed one, only 1 hit it on his first shot.
All right, name that cartridge. I'm gonna slowly reveal. You look at the bottom and you're like, all right, there's no belt on it, but it looks pretty big. Maybe we got a 300 PRC, keeps coming, keeps coming. You see that old school shoulder and now you know we got something special coming in. We don't have the sharp shoulder of today. This, friends, is the 416 Ruger. It's gonna pretty much match, you know, your 416 Rigby, but this is, you know, a newer cartridge that Ruger launched and I freaking love it. It's the rifle that I wanna talk about for your big stuff. You know, this is, you know, you're a hunting guide in Alaska and you wanna have your backup for brown bear hunts, or you're going on a Cape Buffalo hunt in Africa. Heck, you could hunt an elephant with this thing, literally. This is the Ruger M77 Hawkeye, or the Ruger guide gun. That's the action, is the Hawkeye action, but this is the guide gun. So the cool thing about this is they just offer it for a reasonable price, $1,200-$1,400 in those big bore cartridges. And let me tell you, it's real fun. It comes with a muzzle brake that's extremely effective and honestly not that loud, which I immediately removed because this is a man's gun. Who's shooting this one?
Griff is.
Griff is, because he already got scoped once today and this doesn't have a scope.
I shot a Cape Buffalo with a 416 Rigby this year and I have nothing left to prove.
You're good. Yes, sir.
That's as big as my pinky finger.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you don't want destroyed downrange?
Don't hit any metal.
Okay. Dirt it is. That's safe? Okay, that's weird. Sheesh, land a living. All right, I'm going to survive this, hopefully.
Yes,
Yay!
sir.
The land.
You're going to feel that one. But the Ruger guide gun, man, I don't know. I mean, so many of the African hunting dangerous game rifles are just so expensive. That's a reasonably priced, like, good feeding rifle for taken to Alaska. We're gonna save this one till last because this is a Christensen. Now, we have quite the history of Christensens on this channel, but this beauty we showed last year on the channel. This is a 7 backcountry, a very special rifle. This is the Vanatic Carbon from Horizon. Horizon rifles are known for being very accurate, And look how short that barrel is.
16-inch barrel. This is my gun. This one's not yours, Jim. You showed one like it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I was getting 2,900 feet a second out of a 170 grain terminal ascent out of this. And I got quite a few half-inch, just over half-inch groups with it, as well as I shot a deer with it. I shot a 1.5 inch, 3-shot group at 450 yards with it in Nebraska where I was at. I have been super impressed as a whole with the rifle. Now, it seems as though the older ammunition was garbage.
When the 7 Backcountry came out, I think they've been tweaking the recipe a little bit. They did even right at launch. And so what I shot was the stuff, a little pre-production right about the launch stuff. And it wasn't shooting poorly by any means. It was shooting good, but it's not like, you know, I think if you were to put a Horizon rifle in any other cartridge, it would have shot better.
Yeah, of course.
That. But now you're saying some of the new stuff is shooting great with the 7 Backcountry.
What ended up happening is now I couldn't find my old ammunition that I got from Federal, so I went and bought new ammunition, and then I ended up finding the old ammunition as well. So now I have the old and the new ammunition. I went out and shot both, and I was getting very different groups with the different type, the new and the old ammunition.
Interesting. So new stuff seems to be shooting better. I mean, for portability, it's so short and light and beautiful looking. That is a killer platform, and suitable to Magnums when we're talking about something like a 7 Backcountry, because it doesn't have to be huge. You don't need the giant barrel. We've showed some exceptional rifles on this for Magnum platforms. We want to show 2 that are not as exceptional. And the reason we want to show it is because this is what happens when you cram Magnum cartridge in the wrong platform. I love the Tikka T3X Superlight, or this is the light version. I love that rifle. Just the barrel to action is so great, but it's in a cheap, very light plastic stock that doesn't handle the recoil well. And so this one is in 7 PRC, and it was my least favorite Tikka that I've reviewed. It didn't shoot that great. It didn't handle the recoil well. It's gonna be very difficult to spot your impacts. And so love the Tikkas, not so crazy about the 7 PRC. Then this one, Griffin, this is a Christensen Ridgeline that you've put in a Graybow stock.
Yeah.
Tell me about this guy.
So
well, first of all, I'm sorry. Let's show the accuracy first.
No, let's not do that.
Now, the groups 1.3, 2.096, 2.49, and 3.527. You got some explaining to do, Griff.
It's a Christensen, what can you say?
See, that's what you don't want to see out of a Magnum rifle, and that is so often is the case, not just with Christensen, but when you put a light rifle and a Magnum, man, some of them just absolutely come apart, and that's what we're seeing here. Okay, tell us about it.
So originally when I picked it up, I bought it like secondhand from a guy, and I just kind of wanted my own thumper cartridge, and the deal seemed nice, and I'd heard kind of good and bad things about a Christensen, and it came actually with an aftermarket stock that was really lightweight, and I kind of wanted the stock. So I bought it intentionally on the stock, and I ended up putting this little bit of a heavier stock on it to make it a little bit heavier so I can handle that Magnum recoil. But even then, I don't think it was enough. Even with a suppressor on it, it still kind of rocks my world. I'm not exactly a big person, and I think it's just overall the cartridge is more hefty, I think, than the platform intends to handle.
Mm-hmm. So this one's a 300 PRC,
yes,
and it just is not shooting that great. I don't know how well, being that it's a Christensen, it would have done it in a lighter cartridge, but it's having some struggles. And that's just what I generally see with Magnums, is that a Magnum is going to challenge your platform. If something shoots great in a 6.5 Creedmoor, it doesn't mean that it's going to shoot great in a 300 Win Mag. And so that's why we wanted to do this video, to highlight some great options when you're looking for that thumper. Thanks everybody for watching the video. Please subscribe. We're so close to the 1 million, and we got a special video lined up for you when we do.